This is Channel 9 Eyewitness News at 6. Coverage you can count on.
We've been tracking rain and storms on and off all day today, but conditions are expected to get worse in the overnight hours. Good evening, I'm Marty Salt.
And I'm Greg Wormuth. Things look calm as we start Marty Salt's last newscast at WFTV. We'll try not to cry, but we'll be watching closely for the weather that's coming in late tonight. Eyewitness News certified Chief Meteorologist Tom Terry is in Severe Weather Center 9.
That's right. Yeah, we've started out the day with showers and thunderstorms. Right now, you can see the time lapse since the lunch hour today as those heavy storms came through. And as expected, weakened quickly. So we still have a spritzy sprinkle on the east side of Belle Isle and downtown Orlando and also up around Daytona Beach. But otherwise, we're just kind of sitting and waiting for this storm system you see in the central Gulf of Mexico just south of Pensacola. It's going to be creating a line of showers and thunderstorms, and after midnight, we'll keep an eye on some storms moving into Marion County around I-75, and yep, right around 5 a.m. we'll see some scattered storms moving closer to Metro Orlando. We do have an isolated tornado risk, mainly there in the yellow, and we'll keep an eye between about 5 and 8 in the morning for some fast-moving downpours. Remember, with the free WFTV weather app, it will help keep you dry when the rain is near your area, at least tell you when to duck indoors. It's the only one out there that will send you push notifications from the Eyewitness News team of certified meteorologists. Greg?
All right, Tom. Tonight, police are still looking for the person who they say shot and killed a woman in Orlando. Police say someone shot into a car, causing it to crash near Curry Ford Road and South Cimarron Boulevard. The woman who was driving died. 2 other people were hurt. Channel 9, Steve Barrett is live at the Orlando Police Department tonight. Steve, no word yet, right, on what prompted all this violence.
Greg, police don't even know if there was any relationship between the shooter or shooters and the people that were in that car, so they have no way of knowing whether this would have been road rage or maybe the people in that car were targeted for some other reason.
Deputies say a group of suspects overpowered an armed security guard, stole his gun, handcuffed him, and then robbed people inside a Tavares Internet casino. Lake County deputies say Joy's in Tavares was hit this morning. After the robbery, deputies say they tracked down 2 of the suspects. The other 2 got away, but deputies say the 2 in jail don't want to face the charges alone.
They gave us the name of the 3rd suspect. We've not confirmed that yet, but we're looking into that, but they've yet to give us the name of the driver.
Deputies say this business is illegal, but they can't shut it down right now. They say the drug unit is responsible for investigating the businesses, but because of the opioid epidemic, they are extremely busy.
We just checked with Orange County deputies, and they are still looking for the suspect they say tried to rape a woman. Deputies are looking for the person in this sketch. They say he approached a woman behind the Mission Bay apartment homes on Tuesday near Dean Road and Mission Bay Boulevard. We're told the suspect was armed. No word yet on what kind of weapon he was carrying. The victim did fight back, and the suspect then ran off. All new at 6, an Altamont Springs man was arrested yet again, this time for allegedly exposing himself at a restaurant in Apopka.
He has been arrested numerous times during the past 3 years on similar misdemeanor charges. So Channel 9's Jeff Lefkulich took his case to a state senator who has already introduced legislation that would make exposing yourself in public a felony. And Jeff, you're live at the jail where the suspect has to stay for the weekend.
Well, that's right, Marty. The suspect claims to be mentally incompetent to stand trial. He usually gets right back out, but a judge today said that he will have to stay the whole weekend here at the Seminole County Jail in order to give the state attorney's office more time to decide on whether to revoke his bond or keep him on a GPS monitor.
The man facing charges for shooting to death a teen diaper thief outside an Orange County Walmart is now trying to hire a new attorney. Lonnie Leonard is accused of shooting 19-year-old Arthur Adams as he fled the store on Claricona-Ocoee Road. Leonard recently backed out of a plea deal and dismissed his attorney. He believes the shooting was justified and is also now trying to get a stand-your-ground hearing.
We have already one lawyer that says there's no basis. It's going to be a hard job to find another lawyer that's going to say, oh, yeah, I think there's a basis under the facts.
His stand-your-ground hearing is set for the end of February, but it could be canceled if he doesn't get an attorney to file the motion by then.
A suspect was arrested in Flagler County after deputies spotted him pumping gas into a stolen vehicle. Some wild body camera video, isn't it? This is the arrest of 25-year-old Anthony Mobley Jr. yesterday. They say he stole a car in Eustis early Wednesday morning and drove to Flagler County. Deputies tried to stop him with stop sticks, but Mobley ran into some woods and then this brush. And he was cuffed right there with his face down. He's now being held with no bond tonight. In Ocala, police want you to help them identify the man in these surveillance pictures. Wednesday, they say he followed two female shoppers in the area of Gateway Plaza with a knife. The victims say they got into their car, but the man then followed them in a gray Honda minivan. Police say the suspect drove away onto Southwest College Road towards I-75.
People who work their entire careers for the public sector in Puerto Rico could lose some of their retirement money. Channel 9's Lauren Seabrook joins us live now here in the studio. And Lauren, the island's government may use public pensions to pay off debt.
And Marty, it could mean people lose about $200 a month, but it could also mean more people could move here from Puerto Rico with the assumption that they'll have an easier time making ends meet in Central Florida.
Sedan. Still ahead, OUC is speaking out a year after residents complained about cancer clusters near its power plant.
Next, we'll tell you what a state health report found after officials studied the area.
And stick around as we say one of the hardest goodbyes. My friend and co-anchor Marty Salt is retiring tonight after this very show you're watching. Her heartfelt message to Central Florida in just minutes.
She is a #1 class act. We're going to miss you, Miss Marty. I know I will. Just ahead, more on the timing of heavy storms moving our way in just the next 12 hours.
Doppler 9 radar is driven by Toyota Orlando and Toyota Claremont.
Next time you drive around Kissimmee, you'll see 9 monuments that will take you back to the 1950s.
3, 2, 1.
Today, city leaders unveiled these 9 new street markers. The new monuments were designed to replicate the historic pedestrian street markers found in the downtown area about 70 years ago. The replicas should be placed along Monument Avenue in the coming days. And tomorrow is a big day here at Channel 9. You can be part of it. Our annual Santa Saturday runs from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. here in our downtown Orlando studios. So bring a new unwrapped toy for our Toys for Tots drive to our studio here at 490 East South Street in downtown Orlando. You can get a free photo with Santa and meet some of the Eyewitness News team.
And before you get here to the Channel 9 studios, you can join me and thousands of others for the Reindeer Run at SeaWorld. We have posted more information about both these events at 9family.com.
Big full day tomorrow. Next week, you can expect to see 2 rocket launches out of Cape Canaveral. SpaceX is looking to launch a communications satellite atop a Falcon 9 rocket on Monday. The company completed a static fire test of that rocket this afternoon. Monday's launch window opens at 7:10 p.m. and then on Friday, Boeing plans to launch the Starliner. That instantaneous launch window is at 6:36 a.m. And of course, if they're cleared to launch, then you'll see both of them lift off here live on Eyewitness News.
So, Marty, I don't know if when you retire, you plan on taking up jogging. Even if not, I've got a nice bright
I don't know. I've never took it up before. Now will be the time.
Here's your Reindeer Run shirt.
Oh, very good. Very good. No, that's a big event tomorrow. So here's the Greg Warmouth Reindeer Run.
Yeah.
So
I think you'll
that's
look
at
good
7:15 in the morning. I will. I just may not be jogging in it.
So your last broadcast.
The last broadcast.
I always tell people that this is always the favorite part of my broadcast day, were the fleeting short seconds
that we had,
that you and I had, because she would just, and we wouldn't talk about what we're going to talk about.
No, it was all spontaneous.
You would just turn around and pitch a fastball.
Well, that was what was fun about it, you know.
But I just want to say that it's been great working with you. And, you know, we kind of had a little bit of a special bond, you and I, because we're both going through some things that you have kind of turned into a lasting legacy, dealing with our parents getting older, and my mother-in-law and father-in-law, my mom, and your parents. So you will leave behind an incredible legacy, not just with that, but just with you being you.
Well, thank you, Tom. Yeah, we shared a lot of notes on that topic, and we've shared a lot of good times up here. So it has been absolutely great.
At least it's not stinking hot.
At least we don't have to talk about that.
Well, I would love to be able to talk about that again, but not too many times, because I don't like it stinking hot either. Miss Marty, been a pleasure. Let me show you what's going on here. And it is still mostly cloudy. Downtown 72. And we had a good day today if you were a duck. We had rain and storms. Now showers gradually tapering off. This storm system right here will move to our north and give us a chance for some heavy, possibly severe storms and an isolated tornado, mainly northwestern western zones between around 4 and 6 a.m., kind of in this area. Okay, so this is going to move through fast. We'll have great weather here for our Santa Saturday. We're going to try to get this out in plenty of time for Greg's SeaWorld run down there with the reindeer run. Otherwise, Ocoee, 5, 7 a.m. Best timing for storms. After that, we start to quickly dry out. Up into Berry, also early morning storms. Then we're good. Here's your 5-day forecast. The weekend always in view. 76 for tomorrow, an early storm there. Beautiful Sunday morning at 53. And then we get another storm system and a good chance for rain and storms again at about Tuesday night. We'll be right back.
Download the WFTV weather app. Get a localized forecast from Tom Terry. Just search WFTV. Brought to you by the Law Offices of Attorney Dan Newland.
Many of you already know I am retiring from Channel 9, and this is my last newscast. I said my first goodbye on the noon news earlier today, and I'm going to say the same thing now. I have had the great honor and the blessing of enjoying a 40-year career in television news, most of that here in Orlando, a few years in Tampa. It's something I'd hoped to do when I was in high school, and I got to do it. It has been a terrific 40 years, but it's 40 years. And I have worked with and for wonderful people along the way. Not everybody can say that. I have considered it a great privilege to be a conveyor of the news of Central Florida. And we've shared many of life's circumstances together. Tragedies, hurricanes, aging parents, even the mess that's I-4. But I wouldn't have had what has been a very rewarding and fulfilling career had it not been for you, the folks who watched. Because I've always said from the beginning, it is people like you who kept me employed. It was a forgiving audience who endured my mistakes as I grew into the role. You definitely deserve an award for suffering through many bad hair days and then turning to Channel 9 again. Some people even wrote me about those bad hair days. We'll forget that. But I also have not done this alone. I have just been a very visible part of Eyewitness News. There are many dozens of people who work hard to get our newscasts on the air, especially during those times when you need to know important information and you need to know it quickly. I'm retiring from Channel 9, but I'm not retiring from life. I live here. I plan to remain an active part of the community. There's not enough time to say all that should be said. I just want to thank you very much, and I invite you to stay in touch with me through my Facebook page. It's Marty Salt, WFTV.
Wow. Just so much poise right there, just as you've had all through the years. And I want to take a shot from up above. Vanessa joins us now, and it will show you the people that have come through the door as you were talking, your friends in the newsroom. So many people work here that are not on television.
Absolutely.
But they all have been here and been riveted to your every word today, and they've watched you. And you have been such a great leader to all of us.
Well, thank you, Greg.
Without saying it. You know, there's that one thing where you lead by example, and that's what you do, Marty.
Well, I truly have had the privilege, the blessing of working for a great station at an early age. And I've always been surrounded by great people. We've had great fun. I've enjoyed every day that I work, most every day, you know, that I've come in.
Yes, almost.
No, we have had great times, and it's been terrific. But 40 years is 40 years. It's time to go.
Yeah, I counted it today, by the way. It's 13,780 something days you've worked since the day you left.
That's nuts.
That's a lot. Marty, there have been a lot of tributes to you today, and people have said so many wonderful things. But my hope for you is that you know how many lives that you have touched personally and professionally.
Thank you, Vanessa. I've heard from some of those, and you hosted, and Shannon Butler hosted a lovely luncheon for me the other week, and that was kind of the first time I'd heard that, and that really was overwhelming and surprising to me.
Well, you deserve
and I really appreciate it. So,
well, you're a class act.
Thomas, it's been great. We've had great times.
My pleasure.
Yes, absolutely. Well, it's been my pleasure. And again, thank you to all of the folks out there, because you keep us employed. And I've loved it. So it's been absolutely great. I'll see you at Publix probably.
We love you, Marty.
Okay, thank you.